how much have you seen international expansion? How much is that part of what you do and or your success or slash case
If you
studies,
if you
success stories
if you're doing
with
it
companies?
correctly, yeah, sorry. So if you're doing it correctly, that can be half your business based on your US revenue. Yeah, that can be half your business right there. Just expanding internationally into different markets because there is
What's the
lower
trick
competition.
to what's the low hanging fruit or trick to doing that?
In terms of that, I think it becomes a bit more tricky just from a logistical point of view. That's what makes my job a bit of a nightmare is just planning out inventory all over the world.
Hmm.
In terms of the nuts and bolts of it, yeah, and there's a little bit of red tape with it, just with taxes and yeah. But yeah. Aside from that, in terms of that, if you're the same principles do apply with yeah, making sure the listings are done correctly, and then there's just a lower barrier, lower competition. There really
Yeah.
is. Yeah, you have a huge advantage in those markets just by being first.
Yeah.
So
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So let's say you're in the US, you have a successful product. Let's say it's a supplement. Where would you go next?
Supplements a little bit more tricky. Yeah,
All right, let's say it's
yeah,
something
yeah,
not. Let's say not a supplement. Let's
yeah,
say it's uh, any other product, office product.
yeah, yeah. So it's kind of so you would pull up as much research as you can within that country just to see if there is a market there first. Look at the competition, then launch accordingly. You don't want to willy nilly launch everywhere
Yeah,
because then it might not exist. Like Brazil is hella new. I don't know what that.
yeah,
I don't know if Brazilians want that office share. There is no data there, so that would be a risk, right? You kind of you would you use the tools like Helium 10 Jungle Scout. They can kind of give you an indication on demand for those countries, and you want to tap those big ones first, right? So, in terms of international expansion, Germany is a big one in Europe. UK is a natural one. Um, you can look at Australia. Japan is also a huge market, so they love
hmm,
kind of gift orientated stuff too in Japan. Um, if you're in the US, Canada is a natural one.
hmm,
Generally, it's about 5 to 10% of the market. So if you're looking at expansion opportunities, look at the English speaking ones first,
hmm.
then maybe Germany. Germany, you can go through EU for the EU program. So it gives you
Got
access
it.
to all those EU markets. Um, and I guess the tricky thing is just figuring out the language, translating everything, making sure it's correct locally, and then setting up. Yeah. So yeah.